Hi, another video. I called up my Uncle Scott. He is a creative writer or drawer, artist for Marvel Comics. I called him because of the creative aspect from which he stems. It's relatively the same concept in that he pretty much has the same work schedule and work environments. So I called him up and asked him about it, and he pretty much gave me the same answers. So I asked him, his name is Scott Johnson. I asked him on a regular work week, how many hours would you say that you work? And he said that Marvel usually gives him assignments on what they would like him to draw. So maybe like the Hulk or Wolverine or Spider-Man or something like that. And they usually give me about 1 to 2 weeks to complete the assignment. And so he went into detail about the first day or so. He plans out how he wants the posture to be, the pose, the clothing, or usually they have the same clothing, and that would that's the same thing for maybe like an editorial or even a book. Like the writers plan out what they want to write, and that usually starts out the beginning. And he said that progressively throughout the rest of the week, he he makes those steps, executing the plan based off of the plot that he had set within the first day or so. Then I asked him about traveling requirements, and then I paired traveling requirements and office atmosphere because I knew how those things work out. He says that he works from home pretty much. He has a little office in his basement that he works out of most all the time, actually, and that is an example of commuting. No. Telecommuting. So he works from home. He decides when he wants to work. And that also goes into the dress code when he says it's nice that I get to work in my pajamas every day. So that's basically, and he does do that. I don't really think unless he comes home and has an idea of what he wants to draw, he's mostly working in like his robe or pajama or like shirt and boxers. So that's also an advantage, I could also add. And then computer and people skills. No, he said, when I was on the phone with him, he said that there are 3 things, 3 basic rules that he was taught when he was in college to be a successful artist, or to succeed in your craft, whether it's creative writing, being an artist, music, whatever. Number 1, he said, is the quality of your work. So you obviously have to present good quality. 2 is having your stuff done on time, or even before the desired time, which is also a plus. And being able to being well to work, easy to work with, being easy to work with. Yeah. He said if you have 2 of these things, then you'll be successful in your craft. And that sounds pretty reasonable, I guess. So that is his people skills he's talking about. As for computer skills, he was talking about how there was a huge transition in the 90s where there was still before there were major computerized software to translate over drawings, and he was one of the first ones to pick up on computerized drawing, where he will sketch out what he wants to draw, scan it onto the computer, and then further polish the drawing from there. Before Marvel Comics, he worked for Palladium, which is a tabletop RPG company, and he drew for them. And it was all black and white, and it was easier to get his name out there because he was able to use his name in the bottom right corner for after every picture, so he was able to market himself. Whereas now, everything is computerized. He'll finish it through the computer. He can't put his name in there, and after that, he retains the right to his work, but Marvel does as well to market it as Marvel in itself. So they could take a picture of a Hulk that he did and Cyclops from the X-Men and like pair them to, or from some other guy that drew Cyclops, and pair them together and like market that for whatever product that they might want to market, and they have the legal rights to do that. And so he actually needed writing to take a couple writing class to maintain the copyrights of that. And so most artists need an English background to maintain their copyrights, or to maintain the rights of their work. And so that was that little interview. I mean, I talked to him over. I probably should have emailed him or something like that, but he's always, I don't know. I decided to call him anyways. But that's my Uncle Scott's little interview, and hope that suffices. So.